Hi guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of The Tea and the Take. With me today, I've got Sara Beko and James Deveney.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Filmmakers and podcaster,
Yeah.
stunt woman. Some really awesome projects you guys have been working on together recently.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, Sara and I met in England last year on a movie. I was assistant directing and she was one of the lead actors and doing stunts and all kinds of stuff on set. And then when we finished that shoot, which was a ton of fun and a grueling experience in England in January and February in the middle of the woods.
So cool.
We came back and we made a movie of a script that I wrote in 2023, a short film, and it just came out a couple of weeks ago publicly. We premiered at LA Shorts Film Festival in July. And ever since, we've just been developing projects together. And, you know,
One click, right?
One click, yeah.
Yep.
One click with a K. One click with a K. You can find it on YouTube for free.
Incredible. The opening sequence is amazing.
Thank you.
I got a chance to see it. They invited me to the film festival.
Yeah.
And it was by far the best one there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aw.
Like I was
Appreciate that.
like, okay, when's it gonna start? I think it was like one of the last ones, like later on. And it was like, yeah, it blew me away. I think it blew everyone away.
Oh, thanks. And
If you watch it, I just don't want to give anything away.
Well, we blew up a car, and it was Sarah's ex-car,
Yes.
former car.
Yep, it was, yeah.
Very impressive for a short film.
Thank you.
Like super impressive. And like the way, like I felt like I was watching a feature film that a studio did. Like you guys did the same
wow,
thing.
thank you.
That's very nice. That was the goal. You know, we wanted to do a short. We didn't have a ton of funds, but we could scrape together. We're like, do we make a feature under 50K or just like, let's just make a kick-ass short? And I think that was kind of our mentality.
Yeah.
Just do something really cool. And we love big movies and action movies and thrillers, and that's what it is. It's very much an action movie, survival film, but the car explosion really sold it.
I think the things that stood out to me the most were the car explosion. I liked all the blood. I liked it.
Thank you.
It didn't feel like it was like, sometimes I think people like go a little blood happy.
Yeah,
per se,
sure.
and like it's like unrealistic, but I felt like it was very realistic to like what was happening. But also I like the shot where you can see the depth perception and the dust. That was like one of my favorite shots because I feel like it was like it just made it felt like it made it so much higher quality to me, like watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did all of our special effects in camera. Besides the car
Practically,
explosion,
yeah.
we had an incredible pyrotechnic and special effects supervisor, Ilya Popov from Gem FX. He blew up Sarah's car and sent that thing to an oblivion, which was fantastic. And
Well,
then,
it's funny because they didn't actually. They ended up using my car in a couple of other projects afterwards. They used it for like a roll cage test, and they used it in a couple other projects after that. It was pretty
true.
cool getting pictures from
So
him.
now we
like-
know what to do with our cars that we can't sell.
Yeah. Talk to me. Let me know. We can do another explosion. Give me your cars. I'll take your cars.
what was interesting about the car is we had a dummy inside as the double for the actor. It's like a couple frames, you can see the dummy, and then the car explodes. His feet survived.
Oh,
so the
yeah, that's
dummy's
right,
feet
that's
were
right.
intact because they kept a pool of water.
And like the boots were still good.
Yeah, we had
too.
boots. Yeah, I got those boots
You
back.
have the boots. Yeah.
They're a little burnt,
Oh,
but
are
the
they-
feet were intact. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're in a car explosion for a movie, your feet will survive.
That's great to know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Make sure you get a pedicure. That's like the last thing that you have of yourself.
No, that was fun. But we did all the special effects in-house, which we were super proud of. We did a lot of R&D in the backyard.
Yeah.
The dust cloud was really important because that sold the movie. Basically, the movie is about people trying to survive while they're being hunted in the middle of nowhere. It's the most dangerous game. It's like Sicario and Squid Game. And we were adamant about doing everything in camera. No CGI. There's not a frame of CGI in the film. We did it all in-house. So it was a lot of tinkering, going to Home Depot, Amazon, stuff like that.
Yeah. It comes across whenever you watch it. It was, for me as a viewer, I was just like, where's the rest of the movie?
Thank you.
Like I wanted a whole feeture film. So it was
You
really
only
good.
went with $3 million. Let us know.
I'll get back to you. I'll have one after I win Survivor. So
There we go.
Our first investor.
Investor, nice. Yes.
we'll pull some others in. But no.
Great.
But you also, did you do a lot of the stunts? Like coordinate?
For that, no,
No.
because I was so wrapped up with producing and everything. I brought on one of my good stunt buddies. Thanks. I brought on one of my good stunt buddies to coordinate for me. I mean, like I did a lot of like the safety planning and stuff just because I know that world and I like that's what I do on the daily. But I just wanted him to handle all the stunt stuff. Also, there was a couple of things that we did that were a little bit out of like my scope of specialty too. So it was just good having him there
How long
anyway.
have you been doing stunts though?
I've been doing stunts for 8 years now, 7 to 8 years, something like that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yep. I've been in film production longer than that, though. I fell into stunts while I was producer's assistant. Just randomly happened. I just happened to be in the right place, and actress blew her knee out, and they threw me in.
And
Did you Nancy Kerrigan her?
There might be a little bit more to that.
That's funny. No, I did not. I wasn't even really thinking of stunts. Like when it happened, they just like threw me in, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is cool.
What
This is
stunt
fun.
did you have to do when they threw you
There
in?
was like running and bike riding and like just stuff that she couldn't do with her
Yeah.
knee anymore. Yeah. Yep. So it's like stuff that she would have done with the stunt coordinator by herself, but she just couldn't do it anymore.
Well, because I was gonna say, as like some people for stunts, like if they're falling, you can't just jump on if you don't know how.
Right,
So that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, that's a
Yeah.
crazy thing for them to ask somebody who doesn't do stunts.
Right. Well, and this was in Portland too. That's such a good point.
Yeah.
This was in Portland too, and the community up there is so tight knit. And I have such like everybody knew me, and I had a athletic background, and I was in the military for
Amazing.
a while, so
It
yeah.
made sense.
It made sense for them too.
I tried
Jack of all
to
trades.
dabble in stunts, and I'm extremely uncoordinated. I dated a stunt guy who I think the reason we didn't work out is because of how uncoordinated I am. He's like, I can't deal with this.
What?
And because he would try so hard because I wanted to be so much better than I was, and we would train like these sequences to like do for like a reel or something. And he'd get so frustrated with me, and he'd be like, "Your left," and I'm like, "It is my left." He's like, "Your other left."
Oh my gosh.
And I think I just like drove him crazy. And he told me, he's like, just so you know, if anyone asks you, you're an actress that does some stunts. You're not a stunt girl.
Oh my
and I was
God.
like, damn, okay. But
Yeah.
I have such high regard for anyone who does stunts because it is a dangerous job. And I feel like until recently, it's been a very like, people don't praise it as much as they should. Because it's like one of the things that sells these great action movies.
yeah,
Like, you
I
can't-
mean, it's not. I think it's just because it's not something that's in the forefront. There's a lack of knowledge about it of exactly
Absolutely.
what is going on. There's like this mist or this fog in front of it. But yeah, now that it's become more in the forefront, and now that we have an Oscar and
2028, they'll have first
yeah,
category for
and
it.
all
I'm-
this stuff is starting to come up.
I'm so excited because I think, every part of the film industry really it doesn't work unless it all works together.
Exactly,
And so
yeah.
to have that recognition for people that it's their whole life.
Right.
And I mean, there's been people that have died. There's been people
Yep.
that have lost their arms. It's a dangerous job. So I'm really happy they're getting the recognition that they
Yeah.
deserve.
And
You
stunties
deserve.
are the coolest people on set too.
They
really
always are.
They're so fun.
Oh, before I was like an actress, I remember I'd go on set and be like, oh, the other actor's like so hot. But then I learned the really like hot people, those are the stunt people, guys. You want it like, you think that like, as somebody who doesn't do acting, like, oh, like you're gonna come on set and like the hot action actor is like gonna be so cool. He's cool, but he doesn't do any of his own stunts. He's kind of probably in the back, like drinking a soda while the stunt guy's
Oh
getting
my
geared
God.
up. It's hot. It's hot to watch a stunt guy do his thing.
Yeah.
No, they do really cool stuff. And then
Yeah.
what I like about stunt people is so many of them specialize in specific things. Some people are great at fire burns, some people are great at driving.
Yeah.
And some people kind of do everything really well, but I think if you're an expert at something as cool as that, it's just like one of the coolest things to watch happen.
Absolutely. No, that's for me. Like every time I meet somebody that does stunts, I'm like, you're really cool. Like that's why whenever I met you, I was like, a girl that does stunts. Like,
Everywhere I go
shut
with her,
up.
and we
Yeah.
like meet someone new, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and she does stunts. Like, "Oh, you're a stunt person?" Like
Yeah.
immediately,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Fuck off, James." This
Yeah. No, I was so interested the night we met. I was like, okay, can you just tell me a little bit about everything you do?
Yeah.
No, I love seeing all your posts, and like I'm like, what is she doing? I have to watch like this next stunt.
Oh my
So I was-
gosh, I can't handle this.
Oh, so sorry.
You're a star.
You
Well,
are.
I mean, no, it's funny because like I got, getting into stunts, it was nice for me because I'm like, okay, I'm like behind the scenes a bit. Like I get to be, they don't see my face and I'm not, I don't get all the fame that comes with being an actor if you make it and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nice, but I love performing, so it's great. It's the great
It's
blend
the
of I
best-
don't like being in the limelight, but I do love being
Creating.
on camera and performing and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I
That's
like being
amazing.
on
Good
camera.
point.
I'm not an actor, but I do like being on camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
I'm like so like.
That's why I have this podcast.
You're good in the limelight. You're really
Oh,
good
yeah.
in the limelight.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank
Not
you,
everybody
thank you.
likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we haven't talked about it yet, for those who do not know, he's also one half of the Raiders of the Lost podcast team.
That's it. I'm half of it.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
half's my brother. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, yeah, I started that show in 2020.
Yeah.
And it just took off. You know,
It just took off. It just took off to the point that you just got to be on set for this last Avatar movie.
Yeah, so I wasn't on set for when they were shooting it. I went to go. So James Cameron has his own studio down in Manhattan Beach called Lightstorm. It's just his own movie world. It's very cool. And so I got to be in the sound stage. He demoed how they shoot it. So the movie was already finished a couple months ago, but I went there like a few weeks ago, and he basically had mocap actors, and the whole team was there, and they basically showed us how they shoot the movie. So we were on set for him to direct a scene, which was really cool. And it was just a really incredible experience because the guy has just a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's one of the best filmmakers of all time.
Yeah.
Every time you ask a question, he's going off on these 20-minute amazing tangents, and it felt like a film course at the same time and a film lesson at the same time. It was just a really cool experience because the whole goal of it was for people with like larger social media followings in the film world to show that avatars are made without AI, because generative AI, people are accusing Avatar of being made with it, but that's the whole point of why we were there, is to help show the world that Avatar doesn't use AI. And it was just a crazy cool experience. I never thought I'd meet him. We were like, because they shoot every movie, every Avatar movie in this one soundstage. It's massive. That's it. But the whole team's there. They have a whole virtual 3D set that you can see on their monitors. It's really cool. But it was just so nuts. I was just shoulder to shoulder with James Cameron for like 3 hours.
Oh, I saw. So basically, we do the same thing.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much do the same thing.
It was
Except
nuts.
I come here and I talk to the people that talk to the people.
Yeah. But I didn't get to meet like Sam. I didn't
by
meet,
proxy.
one removed. It's basically
James Cameron or
counts.
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, Superman. Oh, like you've done so many movies.
So many.
No, yeah, 2025 was a good year. I got to do some cool stuff, meet some cool people. I think my favorite thing was Robert Pattinson and Bong Joon-ho from Mickey 17.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, I got to meet that. I was touching knees with Robert Pattinson for 15 minutes. Just kidding. We were just holding hands. Just kidding. We weren't.
You wish.
Nice guy. We got to interview them for Mickey 17. Did Superman interviews. Todd Phillips earlier this year too. So it's just been an awesome 2025, and hopefully 2026 keeps growing. But I'm just blessed with so many great opportunities like that right now.
Yeah. What movie are you looking forward to most next year?
Oh.
No brainer, The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
The
all
Odyssey.
he's been talking about.
And I have a Dune tattoo, but The Odyssey is my number one.
Okay.
Anytime Chris Nolan comes out of the
Nonstop.
movie.
Do you think you're going to be able to do some interviews?
I would hope so. The thing with Nolan is he's never really done junkets. He doesn't do junkets that often, and he doesn't really do the social media influencer thing, which is basically the category that I'm in when I'm doing junkets. And he's with Universal now versus Warner Brothers. I work pretty often with Warner Brothers and some of their marketing teams, but he left Warner Brothers because Oppenheimer in the production with Warner Brothers fell through, so he went to Universal. It's a whole long story. But I'll cross my fingers. I doubt I'll get to meet Nolan and interview maybe some of the cast. Don't work with Universal a ton. I'm more with Warner Brothers usually, but we'll see. I mean, Dune's with Warner Brothers, so I got to host a Dune 2 screening when it came out. Beko came.
Yeah.
Fell asleep during the movie. Just
I
kidding.
did. It happens. It was a long day.
It was a long day.
It was what it was.
Hey,
I
I'm just
did.
kidding.
Yeah.
No, so
He keeps trying to convince me that Vin Diesel was in it.
he was one of the
That's when I
Harkonnens.
fell asleep.
That's why he shaved his head. He was one of the Harkonnens. He was Austin Butler's friend.
I'm like, I watched that. No, that did
It
not
was the
happen.
part you were asleep.
No. I fell asleep, but I wasn't asleep that long.
I remember I fell asleep for the last Marvel movie.
I don't blame you.
But I actually liked it.
Which one was it?
The one with Florence Pugh, the last
Oh,
one.
Thunderbolts. Oh,
Yeah.
Thunderbolts
Oh,
is pretty
I
good.
really liked
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but I
Yeah.
remember I fell asleep at the very beginning, and I was like, I just want this movie to be over. And then I woke up and I was like, wait, this is actually getting really good. I like I thought the message behind it was like the thing that was really good for me. Like,
Gotcha.
I feel like Marvel hasn't done that before, and so I appreciated that it like actually had a message that would be good for young viewers to see.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That was the best one they've had in
I
years.
agree.
honestly.
Yeah,
It
they
was.
kind of stepped out of their
Yeah, before you
comfort
judge me
zone a
for my
little bit.
Marvel.
Sorry, no. Thunderbolts was good.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Brave New World or Captain America 4 because that one was
Yeah, that's
that
what I
was
was thinking.
That was like a melatonin at night, honestly.
Well,
Wow.
I should watch it tonight then, because
Honestly, same.
I need
Yeah.
melatonin, so it sounds great.
Same.
Yeah, but I'm with 20. I feel like we've had some really good movies come out recently. though.
2025.
Yeah.
like at
Sinners
the
was
end,
great.
Sinners, amazing.
Oh my God.
I think we talked about that the first night that we met, didn't we?
Maybe. We probably did.
I'm pretty sure I can
Yeah.
talk about Sinners for at least a good hour.
It was so good. Oh my gosh, the music, Everything.
The music. I still listen to it. I have it
Yeah.
like on my like.
Yep.
Yep. But you guys haven't seen it from our talk before this show started. But Eternity.
Eternity.
You have
looks-
to watch it.
Yeah.
It's like it's like they brought back what a 90s rom-com used to be, but it like has a more sentimental feel as well. And I found myself like something triggered me at the very beginning, and from that point on I cried the rest of the movie and an hour afterwards.
Oh,
and then
man.
that night afterwards I was like, oh, that felt really good. but it's a good movie.
It's a really clever idea,
Yeah.
an afterlife sort of limbo in eternity, and you pick the spouse you pick a spouse, or you pick who do you want to spend your time with. It's really interesting, especially with the one husband who died in the war, young.
Yeah.
And I like how when you're in eternity, you're just like your youngest, hottest self.
Well, you haven't seen it, but maybe you know this part already. There's a lot of like young boys, but there's not a lot of young women. So I found that very interesting and very funny that they put that in there because you're your happiest self. So some boys.
Oh,
they're
that's when you come back as your happiest self.
Yeah, your
Got
happiest
you.
self,
All right.
not your hottest self.
Okay.
Calm down.
I only seen the trailer.
Yeah, no, you come back as your happiest self. So there's like a lot, and they bring that up. They're like, so there's a lot of young boys, but not a lot of young girls.
I wonder how old I would be at my happiest self. I feel like today I'm at my happiest self. Hopefully. Maybe not, but probably playing with dinosaur toys when I was 6 was way more fun.
You would be one of the
Yeah.
In a sandbox.
Yeah.
No, Eternity looks really good. I love I love rom-coms in general, especially, well, they used to be a lot better. They're not as good as they used to be.
This felt like what it used to be. That's why it was so good to me.
And it's a high concept. It's fantastic.
It is,
clever.
but also like I feel like sometimes people will go for the easy into the story, and I feel like it could have ended 3 separate times, and they kept going and like kind of just making the story better and better, but like following both roads, because you kind of follow both paths, make it at the end you're just like, I feel like I was told an entire story and there's not a single loose end. I feel like there's a lot of loose ends when I watch a lot of movies these days because it feels kind of rushed.
Yeah,
or like they
100%.
didn't take the time, or like they're just like they want to just get to the end, just like at the very beginning, the first like 2 minutes they like set everything up, and I'm like, I could have done like with 10 minutes of that setup just so like I feel like more connected to the characters, and I feel like they give us that time in this to really connect to them.
That's just great world building and character building.
It is.
Speaking of crying at movies, I saw Hamnet last week.
Haven't seen it yet.
Gosh, that one was
It looks-
teared. Oh my God, it was fantastic.
So everyone I've talked to has seen both that I've seen, and they said that one was good, but Eternity was like, if you cried during that, you're gonna bawl during Eternity.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I hadn't cried like that during a movie since Manchester by the Sea, because that movie kills me every time I watch it. Have you ever seen it, either of you?
I haven't.
Oh my God, you'll weep for 45 minutes straight movie.
I heard, but Hamnet, is it more about the fact that he loses his son? Is that why it was so sad?
It's about both him and his spouse.
Yeah.
Her name's Anya's. And it's really, she's kind of like the main character, but it's about both of them, what
Yeah.
they're both going through.
Okay.
At the loss
Well,
of their son.
sometimes people, we all get triggered by different things. So maybe I was like, maybe for you, you got more triggered by the loss of the son. I didn't know how.
For me, the trigger was they did a great job because it's like an epic in terms of their lives, and seeing the young boy before he died, that was breaking my heart because they did such a great job of this beautiful family and the emotions they all already have for each other. And already, like, the story going in, it's not a spoiler. That's what the movie's about. That's why it's called Hamnet. And so, like, watching his connection with his father, especially, I think, because I grew up as a young boy, obviously.
You grew up as a young boy, dude.
You say things weird when you're on camera. That connected with me a lot more, I think, and that's why I felt really emotional to it about the son, because I felt like that young boy connecting with his father.
Yeah. No, I could see that from a man's perspective that grew up as a young boy. So that's why.
That's so funny.
So like maybe you wouldn't have as much of a emotional reaction to Eternity as like some of the other people. We'll
Hey,
see.
I'll cry at
Once
anything in the movie.
If you watch it, please let me know your thoughts. I'm
will.
very interested. You have a wealth of knowledge of all like movie.
I think,
like you just.
I try to.
I know. I
I
watch
have to for a living.
I know. I watch your podcast. And I'm like, this is so over my head. Like I'm learning so much right now. So, like I'm like
glad.
cheat code. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
very informative. I love it. So, does anyone have any tea for me? Anything you guys want to talk about? Tea, Sarah. Anything? Anything come to mind?
Do I have I
What?
no, I'm just like I don't like to broadcast my personal life too
You don't
much on
have
the
to.
show. Yeah.
It's not. You don't have to. It's not part of it.
So I'll defer to Sarah.
Well, I mean, we mentioned the gig that I did earlier this year. I worked Coachella this year for the main stage performance with Travis Scott, which was quite an experience. I stunt coordinated, and I mean, first of all, thanks. Is that
Professional podcast.
Is that better? Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, he
What are we
keeps
gonna
me in
do,
check.
Gotta make sure she's hitting the
It's
mic.
like every time
Hit
we
your
do
mark.
a podcast, he's adjusting my mic. Okay. Coachella itself was a crazy experience, first of all. Just how the whole thing runs and how they get all the performers in there and out of there so quickly and everything. But working with Travis Scott was interesting. I don't think it's any like hidden information or anything that he's kind of difficult to work with, I guess you could say. I mean, there was that whole debacle that was going around after Coachella about how he'd done all these music videos and wasn't paying anybody. And then like that got broadcasted all over social media, and because of all of that, like the company finally reached out to everybody and got everybody paid, which was awesome.
This is so funny. I don't know this man. I have never had an interaction with him, and you're the second guest I've had that has been like, can I come on the podcast? Because I want to talk about him.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
serious?
Yeah, you're the second person.
Really?
The
Yeah.
last one.
Her name's Katie. She was on my podcast, but then something transpired between them, and she's like, I need to come back.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
tea, and I was like, come back.
Okay.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
he sounds like a very lovely human.
Yeah. Yep.
In the
It
most
was
Oklahoma sweet way I can say it.
yeah. Yep. It was pretty crazy.
The show's incredible, though.
Yeah.
What you and your team did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, thank you. Yeah. It was pretty cool. I liked. Yeah. I mean, that all came from the creative, Travis's creative team. So it was a really cool idea, and yeah, we got to do some really cool stuff. But like, I'll just say, like, we didn't have a full run through of the show altogether until our first show day.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Yep. So it was interesting having all of the pieces finally come together on the day of the show. And that's not to production, that's not to the creative team, that's not to anybody else, but
Mr. Scott.
yeah. Yep.
Well, Mr. Scott, you're in trouble.
yeah.
I don't think anyone else has ever called him that.
Mr.
either.
Scott.
I don't think, I don't
I'm
know.
sure
It
his
doesn't
bank
really.
calls him Mr. Scott.
Well, yeah, probably.
Well, that's how I call people whenever they're in trouble. Professionally.
Yeah.
Mr. Scott.
Their last name.
No,
Yeah.
but you should check out the performance. It wasn't recorded, right? But you can find it on like
No.
smartphones. They were just dangling people up in the air on
It might be on
wires and stuff. It
YouTube,
was really
yeah,
cool.
but
Because
yeah.
Sarah's a specialty in rigging and wire work. Mm-hmm. She's taking me rappelling,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff like that.
yep.
Really?
Yeah, we've gone rappelling in Malibu.
We've done wire work in the tree in the backyard plenty of
Yeah.
times too.
I would love to join next time.
Rappelling?
Yeah.
All right.
I've done a little bit, but I
Yeah.
haven't done too much. I've done some rock climbing, but usually just in the gym.
Have you done
So-
like going down the cliff edge though? That's
Like
No,
climbing,
not- no.
rappelling, or
Climbing, rappelling.
Oh, okay.
Is it different?
Yeah, it's different.
Can I
I
still
do
do
more
it?
tactical rappelling.
But can I still do it?
Yeah, I mean, if you understand the principles of rappelling with climbing, you
Yeah.
will understand the principles of tactical
Okay, cool.
rappelling. It's the
yeah.
same
You
thing.
just go
Amazing.
down
Yeah.
a lot faster.
It's just
Oh,
different gear, different
great.
setup, different.
It's super fun.
I probably have to like do it like once before.
I mean, it's
I'm
one of
like-
those things where I'd never done it before, and then because I'm so close with Sarah, I'm basically stunt adjacent, so we do stuff like that every once in a while.
He's basically.
I've been
a
lit on
stunt guy.
fire. I've done rappelling. I've been on top of cars, like all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
because
yep.
of Sarah. And so
You've been in a fight scene too. You got stabbed.
I got stabbed with a sword.
and you've stabbed somebody else.
Did I? Why'd you make me do it for real though?
So if you want to be cool, you should get a stunt friend. Is what I'm hearing. They will
the
make
coolest
you
people
cool.
to
Yeah.
know.
No, they really are.
But no, I'd never been rappelling. But you know, whenever I'm with Sarah, she always is great with instructions, and I always feel safe whenever we're doing something because she puts safety first on every set she's
Yeah.
ever been on. Over safety, honestly, sometimes to make sure everyone's set, everyone's protected, everyone's good. She cares more about her crew than anyone. No, in a good way. no.
I can be a
important.
hard ass sometimes.
But it's the most important thing when you're doing
Yeah.
stunts. It really
Yeah,
is.
it is. It is,
'cause
yeah.
if someone gets injured, then that fucks up their whole
Yeah.
year, probably, especially
Yep.
if they're working.
Yep. Yeah.
And so whenever I'm doing something new, if I'm with Sarah, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm cool.
I mean, and
Yeah.
even if everyone does everything right, accidents happen all the time.
Exactly,
Exactly.
yeah.
My ex was on Lucifer. He was the double for the main guy, and I remember.
That's ironic.
Yeah, different ex, not
Okay,
not the
sorry.
devil ex. No, that he's not that cool. This is somebody I have good memories with. But I remember they like had him like 10 feet in the air, and they like ended up when they were bringing him out, like dropped him on his head, like 2 feet onto the concrete.
Ow.
Yeah, but he got a big payday.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
but like professional crew knew what they were doing. But I remember that day it was like pretty rough. But I mean, like you can accidents happen.
Yep.
That's why you have to be prepared and check all the boxes just in case.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
And it's always like silly injuries end up happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like something that anyone can get hurt doing.
Yep.
But stunts, I've done a few here and there, and I think it's a blast.
I've done a couple. My first stunt was on baskets, and I just rode in a car that was moving, and I felt so cool. And then I saw what I was doing, and I was like, this is not very cool. But I have a stunt credit, and I'm like, people are like, oh, you did a stunt? And I'm like, yeah, I just rode in a moving car.
Yeah. Yep. But that's a stunt, though. Yep.
It's a stunt.
In this world, that is a stunt.
What's your favorite stunt you've done?
My favorite stunt that I've done?
Yeah.
My favorite stunt. Oh, I mean, I had so much fun doing all of my Wonder Woman stuff. That was really fun.
You allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I did. I confirmed with the guy. I can talk about it and
Nice.
say that I was, in fact, Wonder Woman for the DC video game that's now been canceled. I just can't show videos and say exactly what the game was going to be and everything.
It's too bad. She did all the movement for it.
Damn,
Yeah.
that is heartbreaking.
Yeah. But that's,
I'm sorry.
part of the
But you
business.
still got paid.
Oh, yeah. I still got paid. Yeah. It was just, part of the business. Sometimes you do really cool stuff and then it just never comes out. Yep.
The only big thing I've ever done is I got a few lines on Thor with Natalie and Chris, and it got cut.
Of course.
In the first film or the second film?
The last one, the Love and Thunder.
Oh, Love and Thunder. That's right. Yeah, I remember you talking
And
about that.
they were like contacting me, and they were like, yeah, you made the movie. Come to the premiere. I got invited to the premiere, but I was out of town, so I sent my sisters. I told my sisters, I'm like, let me know, like I can take it. Like, let me know how it is. Let me know if I'm weird. They get out of the premiere, and I call them. I'm like, how was it? And they were like, we didn't see you, but we took an edible, so like we think we just missed your part. I was like, okay. And I was like, but was I in it? And they were like, we don't remember. And I think they just didn't want to tell me that I wasn't in it. But that would have saved me from telling other people that I was in it. Because I did.
Yeah.
And I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut until you see it out for yourself.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that you're in it, and I'm like, I don't remember seeing her in that movie.
I hate that you remember that. I hate that you remember that because, I told quite a few people.
Hey, you know what? You were there.
You recorded
I was
for
there.
it, so yeah.
That's Hollywood.
I got
you know?
paid.
It's
I still got what's it called? The checks that we get, the residuals.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
that was nice.
Have you guys ever heard of The Thin Red Line, the movie?
No.
So it's probably involves the craziest cut actor of all time, where Adrian Brody was the star, 2-time Oscar winner now, just won for The Brutalist, and then The Pianist first. But after he did The Pianist, he was in The Thin Red Line, which is a Terrence Malick Vietnam War film, and he's the lead character, and he shot it. And Terrence Malick is notoriously long with editing. It takes years because he shoots so much, and his movie changes so much in the edit. And so he's on magazine covers. He's like the leading man of Terrence Malick's new film, and Terrence Malick is a very respected actor, director, so it's a big deal. And he goes to the premiere. He's watching the movie, and he's in one scene, and he has like 2 lines. And he was the lead character of the film when they shot it.
Wow.
And so they Terrence Malick re-edited the whole movie to be around a different character played by Jim Caviezel, who's in Passion of the Christ. He plays Jesus in Mel Gibson's film. And so Jim
didn't tell
Caviezel
him?
became Terrence Malick didn't tell him. But like Terrence Malick is a very reclusive guy. Like he's like Sasquatch. There's like 3 photos of him in the internet, and he's kind of like walking. No one he doesn't go to premieres, doesn't go to anything. He's a very private guy, but he makes a bunch of movies. And so Adrian Brody, who was an Oscar winner at the time, found out that he's like literally not in the movie he just was the star of while at the premiere.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like at that point, no matter how reclusive you are, maybe just be like, by the way, I cut a couple of your scenes. like maybe just like because like I would be like, does this man hate me? Like, did I do something to offend him?
He's notorious for that because like that's the biggest example he's done that. But there's so many. All of his movies have crazy ensembles with big actors and actresses, and that like a rule when you're on a Terrence Malick movies is like you might not make the cut, even if you're Ben Affleck. Even if you're Christian Bale, it's wild.
That's crazy.
The amount that you know is like baffling to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little puddle and you are the ocean when it comes to film.
No. I'm like the Great Lake.
I'll say
I'm
that
like
again.
Erie. I'll
He
take
is
Lake
literally
Erie.
And
I'll
then
take the Indian
A
Ocean.
sea.
I'm still
A
the
sea.
puddle.
Yeah. Indian Ocean. Yeah, there you go. Indian
I just
Ocean.
audition for things and I'm like, if you like me, like me. I don't know. I guess for me, whenever I know too much about the people I'm auditioning for, or like sometimes I get like in my head, like I like to just pretend like everyone's nobody. I know that's probably
it's the same
bad,
thing as like
but
imagine everyone in their underwear. Kind
exactly.
of thing, you know?
It works for me because then I'm just like, I can come and not be nervous and just do it. And of course, a lot of times I do know who it is and I do research every time. But like when I meet people out, if I don't know who they are, I feel like I can be more authentic. So it works for me, I guess.
Have you seen Jake Kelly yet?
Who's that?
Jake Kelly, it's a movie, George Clooney movie. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix release. It's released. It's really good because it has a great sequence of actors auditioning for roles. And it's really, really good. It's awesome. It's a movie about Clooney plays a famous movie star who's past his prime, but he's a big star, but he's like confronting his past as a young actor. He's like going back in his memories and stuff like that.
Is it a movie about him?
I mean, it's probably a lot of correlations.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for sure, it's kind of like Ben Affleck in Gone Girl. Didn't murder his wife, obviously, but going through the tabloid.
Explain this.
Well, Fincher.
Okay.
Fincher picked Ben Affleck for Gone Girl on purpose because Ben Affleck got put through the ringer with the press for 10 years. All tabloids, J-Lo and Ben.
Way
Got
better,
you,
way
got
worse at
you.
the beginning of that, though.
Yeah,
No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
I loved it.
He didn't even kill his wife in the movie.
That's
But
true.
he got bad press in the movie. Nick
Yeah.
Dunn gets crazy amounts of bad press, so court of opinion shifts against him, just like was against Ben for years. People thought like, oh, Ben's just like Matt's friend. He's not as good of a writer, but Matt's a very intelligent guy and such a great filmmaker. But like I grew up in Boston, and like Matt and Ben were like such big stars. Every magazine had Ben and J-Lo on it, though. He was just like the tabloid guy for a lot of people.
How many times have you seen Gone Girl?
Probably like 8 or 9 times.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
I don't like remember like characters' names like you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
and I like it. Just like every time you do that, I'm just like, how do you do that?
I watch
crazy.
I watch a lot of movies. That's,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And I'll watch the movies over and over again.
I watch movies once.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not all the time. Sometimes my favorite movie is what's it called? Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh, it's a great film.
I love that
I showed
movie.
her that like a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Mel Gibson's kind of comeback movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like one of the only movies like if someone hasn't seen it, I'll be like, okay, I will watch this again with you so you can experience it because you have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's really
But like
emotional.
most movies, I won't. I don't know why. Once I've seen it, like it's like the mystery for me. I want to know what happens, but once I know what happens, it's not as fun for me.
No,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Like I know there's people that like binge watch The Office. I've seen it. I can't watch it again because I know what's gonna happen.
I've been through it 7 times.
Exactly.
gosh.
So
Love The
that's my
Office.
sisters. They are like, oh, I've never seen any of the shows you want me to watch, so we can talk about it. But I'm gonna watch The Office for the 20th time.
No, I mean like I notoriously rewatch movies. I've watched the Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings movies like 1,000 times each.
That's different though.
But like, I've seen Terminator 20 times. I've seen The Matrix 30.
Okay, that's
like,
a problem, but
Goodfellas,
that's
like,
your own problem.
But like, that's from like my whole life. Like,
It's
wow,
true.
put on blast.
Yeah.
For some people, that's not a problem. So for some people, that's a fulfilling life. I will say. No, but that's my thing. You know, movies have been my
Yeah.
thing for a long time, even when I was a
Well,
little
it's
kid.
definitely paying off.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a
Thank
while.
God.
See, we had different childhoods because for you, it was your childhood. For me, I wasn't allowed to watch movies or TV growing up at all.
See that? That's
So
the
I
thing.
feel like I have a lot to catch up on, and I think that's where my mind comes from. Where it's like I'm probably not going to watch it again because there's so much I haven't seen that I always want to watch something new. Like, I'm catching
No,
up on
that's fair.
movies that came.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching TV till I was like 16, 17. Besides, like when my parents would leave, we had like the like, couple channels, so we could watch Arthur. The Maury Povich show, and I could watch if my parents were gone at night. I could watch America's Next Top Model, and that's what I was raised on. That
Wow.
was in Hannah Montana, so you can just tell. Like,
Yeah, okay.
That was my glimpse into the outside world, and I was like, it's crazy out there, and it was, and I was right. So then I moved to LA, where all that stuff does happen every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Did you grow up
Right.
around watching movies a lot?
Not a whole lot, but I mean, my mom sat us all down when we were like preteen, very young teenagers, and we all did a Lord of the Rings marathon in one day.
That's a good mom.
Yeah.
My dad brought home Lord of the Rings whenever we were like 12, whenever I was 12, but obviously I have a lot of younger siblings. And I remember him and my mom got into a screaming fight about it. And she was like, you take the devil out of this house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because there's witchcraft in it.
Yeah,
What?
There's sorcery in
yeah,
it.
sorcery,
Yeah.
And so sorcery is the devil. So like,
Could you not watch Harry Potter?
I couldn't watch Sleeping Beauty, the
Wow.
animated one, because there's a witch in it.
There's a witch in it.
And I
Yep.
could not watch Harry Potter.
Most-
yeah.
Most of the Disney stuff have
Yep. I
witches or
wasn't allowed to watch
sorcery or
it.
some sort of magic or
We had
something.
Tarzan. Which I
Tarzan's
loved.
good. Yeah, Tarzan's clean.
The soundtrack Phil Collins.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
The best song.
Yep.
And the fact that he wrote it for his daughter.
That's sweet.
That's really
it rips
sweet.
my heart out every time.
Yeah.
So not a bad. It wasn't. I'm not complaining that we had Tarzan, but my parents did go through a point where the church was like, all Disney movies are bad, so then they burned our Disney movies.
Oh
and
my god.
I hid Tarzan, and they found it, and I got like a belt whipping.
A belt whipping.
I got a belt whooping because I hid Tarzan, and I remember I bawled my eyes. I was like, "Please, can we just give it away? I don't want to burn it." And they're like, "You can't give away. If you give it away, then you're causing more sin because you're causing someone else to sin by watching it."
I had
And that-
way worse things than Tarzan in my.
That is why I
kid.
am deeply damaged as a person. Is because that's what was my childhood.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I had a very different childhood. I grew
Yes.
up behind enemy lines because I have 5 brothers, and
yeah.
so like I was like peering around corners with mirrors to make sure I wouldn't get taken out. But we grew up watching so many movies. Like I was watching radar movies when I was like 3 or 4. Like I should not have been. So like I was exposed to movies at a really young age, and so I've seen. That's how I've rewatched Goodfellas 30 times in my entire life. I've watched it every year of my life since I was like.
That
10,
makes sense.
You know?
See, that makes more sense now.
Sometimes twice a year. I've seen movies like sometimes I'll watch a movie back to back nights. The last time I watched A Star Is Born, this was like 3 years ago. I love that film. You ever seen A Star Is Born?
Which one?
Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
It's the
No.
3rd remake of the movie.
I decided I didn't like Lady Gaga as an actress,
It's so
and I stuck with
good.
that.
Oh, she's great in it. She's so
Is she?
talented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
Okay.
focuses on her
Yeah.
music so much. But that movie, I've seen it like 5 times, but for some reason, we were doing an episode on my podcast a few years ago. And this is before I met you, because she loves that movie as well. And I watched it one night to prepare for the episode, and then that night after we recorded, I watched it again because I just love it so much. It's
So
just
good.
some movies just like for I'm different. A rewatch hits me so much harder sometimes.
Yeah.
Or I want to keep watching that over again. I want to keep getting that feeling. And as a filmmaker, I like to rewatch movies just from an analytical perspective too, and just like seeing what they're doing, why they're making these camera movements. Or sometimes you can even watch scenes with the volume down. You can get a different analysis of what's going on.
No, that makes
Behind the
a lot
scenes.
of sense. One movie I was allowed to watch in my childhood was the 1980s version of Anne of Green Gables, which is incredible, and I highly recommend it. I'm not sure how interested that you would be once you watch it, but the interesting part of that is there are 3 movies, and they take place like 10 years, like spaced out. Like in our time, they film them 10 years apart, same actors for
Oh.
all 30 years.
So it's like the Linklater movies, the
Yeah.
before movies.
Yeah, like the Sunrise.
Before Sunrise.
Yeah, before
Sunset,
Sun- it's like that.
That's cool.
But the cast is like the cast is a lot bigger, so it's even in my mind a bigger accomplishment that they were able to keep so like everyone the same
Like
pretty
who's in
much.
it?
Oh my gosh, don't do that to me.
You said they're bigger stars. Don't be saying that if you're not ready for a
Wait, what did I say?
You said the bigger stars than Ethan Hawke.
No, I was trying to say the Before Sunrise,
Is
not
it-
bigger stars.
Oh, I thought you meant the other
No.
one. Okay.
Oh,
okay,
no,
okay,
no.
yeah, yeah.
You just
Sorry.
no.
I'm so sorry.
If I was gonna say that, I'd know the names. I do know that. I think I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try.
That's okay. That's okay.
The names are. Here's their photos.
Here are their photos.
There they are, right
Here
there.
they are.
You guys see him
And
over
I love
there?
them. The guy who played Gilbert Blythe, he died recently, and he was like my first crush ever. He's obviously very old, and I was heartbroken when I found out that he passed away because I was just like, that was my first crush, and I love that movie. But it's just a very sweet movie.
Never seen it.
Highly
Neither have
recommend.
I, yeah.
It's
Check
like,
it out.
but the movies are like 2 or 3 hours each, and there's 3.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
love long movies. If a movie's good, I don't care how long it is.
It's pretty good. It just I don't know what kind of like it's not. So it's not gonna be like the Terminator. It's not.
What kind of cinephile guy am?
Well,
Anne
we
of
just
Green
heard-
Gables, not like the Terminator. What?
Unfortunately, it isn't. It literally starts out as this orphan girl who has red hair, and she is sent to live with an old brother and sister who just want a young boy to help with their farm. And then she gets there and is like, we wanted a boy. And then she's like, well, I just wanted a family. And so like, I guess we'll keep you. And then she just gets into mischief. And
I'll check it out.
I
love
really
all
highly
kinds of
recommend.
movies. Yeah, yeah.
But please, 1980s, not the new one.
1980s.
1980s, because I'm sure the new one's good, but like that one really stuck
It's
with my heart.
yeah.
Yes.
You need the OGs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
to the watch list.
Yeah.
And I do that. I was gonna say those are like the ones from my childhood that I like rewatch because it gives me that feeling.
Yeah.
So I understand like the Harry Potter rewatching and like the Lord of the Rings. It
Yeah,
just
those
doesn't
ones
do
are
it for
special
me.
to me because like I grew up reading Harry Potter before the movies came out. I'm aging myself up right now. And then I saw Lord of the Rings in theaters with my dad when I was like, I want to say 10 or 11 when it came out. And I remember, I didn't know what Lord of the Rings was, but I just remember being at Showcase Cinemas in Woburn, Massachusetts, where I used to love going to the movie theaters. You just like get there to try to get in line and get tickets in person and find your seats. It was so exciting to me. Now you just pick your seat online.
See, that's not exciting to me because I'm always late. So I'm more excited now because now I can show up late, like right before the like trailers end, and I'm like, and that's right, I have the best seat.
I miss like looking at the newspaper for the showtimes. Like, I miss that shit. But I remember seeing for the first time. I remember seeing the cutouts for the characters for the Lord of the Rings. I hadn't seen a trailer. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't say that. I was 11, but like,
oh my god,
I think it'd be better if you did though.
I am from Boston, so it could have came out. But I was like, what is? I was so fascinated by the characters, the hobbits, the dwarves, the elves, and then we saw it when it came out, and it just blew my mind, that movie.
I can't even imagine. I think the first movie I saw that I was like mind blown over was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
that's a great movie.
I had never seen anything like it before, and for some reason my parents were like, not Lord of the Rings, but Pirates of the Caribbean is fine. A drunk sailor?
What? Yeah.
That guy's fine.
Doesn't make any sense, but okay.
I watched that movie so many times. I don't know why they approved that one.
Yeah.
You can't,
There's a lot of debauchery in that movie.
I don't think they watched it first, to be honest.
That's
quite
okay.
a bit.
Yeah, that's
they kidnap
fair.
a girl.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
There's a lot of manhandling.
I do remember, like, when my parents would leave, we would obviously, my dad had a TV because he was a professional golfer. So, like, he would have it just for golf. But when they would leave, I'm the oldest. I get to say what happens, and we're watching whatever's on. I need to see what the outside world is doing. And I remember one time, the first scary movie I ever saw, it was like, I was 14. Never seen a scary movie. Jeepers Creepers comes on. I'm
That's
like,
a good one.
what? No, it's not. No, it's not a good one. When you've never seen a scary movie and you're 14 and Home Alone, no.
Oh.
I was like watching it and I was like, I couldn't turn it off, and it like scarred me for like years.
Good ending too.
I don't remember how it ended. I just remember being so scared of like eyeballs after that.
Oh my god.
But thank you guys so much for coming on.
Oh,
I really
thanks for
appreciate
having
having you. Thanks for talking about film. Your knowledge terrifies me.
It's not that.
No, it's amazing. I'm just
Anyone
very
can look it
inadequate.
up.
I'm not going to remember those names.
Yeah.
I'm simply not. It's amazing.
All right, I'll take the compliment.
Of course.
Thanks.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.